It has been said that we fall in love 3 times over the course of our lives. The first love is the fairy tale love. It is largely perception based. It often happens when you are too young and naive to navigate the complexities of a true relationship. It is a love that is rooted in adoration. From the outside looking in, this love appears to be perfect, but deep down, it doesn't feel right to you. You intuitively know that it is fueled by external validation. The love that you feel is not actually love, it's lust. Because this is an entirely surface level relationship, it often ends over something extremely petty. In due time, this will lead you to your second love. The second love is the traumatic love, the twin flame love. It is the perfect pairing of 2 broken individuals. It is 2 parts of a whole, yet fractured at the seams. It is attachment rooted in insecurity. Often characterized by runners and chasers, it is someone treating you exactly how you treat yourself. And oftentimes, you aren't ready for that. But it doesn't matter. This love will break you over and over again until you decide that you deserve better. Until you learn to love yourself, even when no one is watching. The third love comes from out of the blue. It often happens when you least expect it and have let go of the need for it. It comes in a package that you're not accustomed to, but it simply feels right. This love is grounded and mature. It is characterized by self-awareness on both sides. It is 2 people that have been broken and were forced to build themselves from the ground up. It is 2 wholes once apart, sharing their hearts with each other. It is 2 individuals walking their own unique paths, together. It is effortless, almost too good to be true. But if you know your worth, you'll see the authenticity in this connection. I want you guys to disregard everything that I just said. Well, not all of it, but some of it. Okay, the part about having 3 loves in your life, that is not true for most people. And the reason why is because a lot of people get stuck on that second love. If you noticed, I used the term twin flame for the second love, and there's a reason for that. Through all of my research on twin flames and attachment styles and trauma bonding and all of that, I've come to the conclusion that I have experienced that, and I feel like I was able to overcome that in order to manifest the type of love that I have in my life right now. The thing is, a lot of people get stuck on that second love because they fall in love with potential. Okay, that's the tricky part about that love, is that it's not real. Okay, as real as it seems at the time, once you find something authentic, once you find that love from within, you realize that that love was not real. It was based on the potential that you saw in your head. You fell in love with a fantasy, not a person. I've been there, okay? I have definitely been there. I've paid my dues and I learned my lessons. But a lot of people do not learn those lessons. That's why I'm here making this video, because I don't want you guys to get stuck on that. I want you guys to be able to experience a secure relationship like what I have right now. But in order to do that, you're gonna have to do some shadow work, and hopefully this video will help you initiate that process. Now, the first thing you need to understand is, like I said, you fell in love with potential. It is your fault. Believe it or not, it is your fault. You cannot put the blame onto the other person. You have to stop deflecting the blame, and you have to learn to take accountability for your actions. You have to learn to look at the big picture and see where you went wrong. See where you ignored the red flags. See where you put up with less than what you're worthy of. That second love is not love, it's trauma bonding. Now, for those of you who don't know what trauma bonding is, basically it's where somebody is very hot and cold with you, but you choose to place all of your focus on when they are fully invested into you as opposed to when they're withdrawn from you. Okay, like I said, you fall in love with potential. You see the best of what that relationship can become, and you fall in love with that idea in your head. But in doing so, you're completely ignoring where they're not treating you correctly. Now, like I said, I did use the term twin flame in that description, and the reason why I decided to use that terminology is because I feel like it is the ultimate example of putting somebody on a pedestal. Okay, when I was going through my twin flame journey, as some might call it, I definitely put the other person on a pedestal that was artificial. It didn't exist, okay? I put them on this pedestal because I was being told that I would never find that type of love again. But what I didn't realize at the time was that I shouldn't be trying to find that type of love again, because it wasn't love. It was attachment based on insecurity. Okay, I was insecure. I was very insecure, and I was looking for external validation. And I thought that I had found that in that person. But truth be told, I hadn't. And even if I did, it still wouldn't have been enough for me. I still would have felt a certain degree of emptiness from within, because nobody can ever fill that void that you have from within. And that's what that love is there to teach you. The twin flame love is there to teach you that you need to learn to love yourself. Your twin flame can only reflect to you your inner state of being. When they're not giving you the time of day, it's because you're not giving yourself the time of day. You don't respect yourself enough to walk away from a situation that clearly does not serve you at all. And a lot of this is based on attachment styles. Generally speaking, a twin flame union will emerge when an anxious attachment style meets up with an avoidant attachment style. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with those attachment styles, an anxious attachment style is somebody who is very, very clingy. That was me. I was very clingy. I wanted to talk all day, every day. I wanted to be around that person all day, every day. Because, like I said, I was insecure and I was lonely. And I wanted somebody to fill that void that I had within me. Now, on the other hand, that person was the exact opposite. They were afraid of relationships. They were afraid of love. They had their own trauma, but it presented itself in the exact opposite way, which made us the perfect match at that time. The perfectly imperfect match. It was never going to work, but it was exactly what we needed in order to heal. Because the twin flame journey has this way of unpacking a lot of trauma that you have that you didn't even realize that you have. Now, like I said, the twin flame journey is meant to be a one-of-a-kind journey. Now, for a while, I rejected the twin flame ideal simply because I didn't like the idea of only being able to find that type of love with that one person. But like I said, that should not be the type of love that you're looking for, and the reason why is because it is not sustainable. I like to think of love as running a marathon. Okay, if you come out the gate sprinting as fast as you can, you're not gonna make it very far. And that's generally what that second love is like. It's two broken, insecure people creating an insecure attachment. Now, while this is meant to be a one-of-a-kind type of deal, it will re-manifest itself into your life over and over and over again until you correct the issue from within. Okay, you have to learn to build that authentic love from inside of you, from in your own heart. Otherwise, you will keep running into that same exact problem. You will meet the same person with a different face over and over and over again. And I feel like that's one big misconception in the twin flame ideal, is that you only have one twin flame. That's not true. Okay, you can have as many twin flames as it takes for you to learn that lesson that you need to learn. Like I said, a lot of times it's because you're lonely and you're insecure and you have self-abandonment issues. That person is simply reflecting that back to you. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and say that that's justifiable on their end, but it's definitely justifiable in the sense that you can leave. Okay, you are free to leave that situation whenever you want to, but you choose not to because you're attached. You're overly attached because you're insecure. In order to find secure love, you have to have a secure attachment style. That's how you find that third love, that grounded, mature love. A love that is not based in need, but is based in desire. Okay, you want each other bad enough to choose each other every day, but you don't need each other. You don't need each other to be happy because you have happiness independent of each other. You have happiness that comes from within.